Hi, it's Carl Ford in the TMC Net newsroom at IT Expo, and particularly in this case, we're talking M2M, and I'm here with my pal Richard Sherman.
Carl, how are you?
I met through LinkedIn. Thank you, Reed. And I want to also say that I was looking for supply chain, and it just so happened that he's just written the supply chain transformation book for John Wiley and Sons, and it's available now in Amazon, and you can get it cheaper than he can. Tell us about the book first before we go any further.
Okay, well, for many, many years, people have been saying you ought to write a book, because whenever I've presented, people feel like they're fire hosed, they didn't have enough time to digest the information, so I finally hooked up with Wiley, and we put together a book deal, and it's coming to fruition.
And it's about supply chain transformation, and just out of curiosity, where's the transformation been? What's the most significant changes?
Well, I think the biggest thing that companies have to do is they have to transform their culture. They have to work towards creating a process improvement culture. I say that Charles Dickens was the first supply chain industry analyst, where he talked about the best of times, the worst of times. It's kind of like a day in the life of a supply chain professional, but supply chain is a tale of two cities, leaders and laggards. And my friends at APQC have conducted benchmarks for the last 20 years. They allowed me to reprint them in the book, and in virtually every key performance area, the leaders outperform the laggards by virtually a 2-to-1 performance gap. And that gap has not closed in 25 years. So the hardest thing about transformation is getting on the journey. You got to do it.
Okay, so like I said, it's Supply Chain Transformation. It's by Richard Sherman. So please take a look at it. Now, let's just talk in terms of, we're running the M2M conference, and in our conversations, we've been aware of the fact that we've got a laggard issue here, and we need to help the supply chain folks know more about it. So how do I get compelling information to them? What should we be telling them?
Well, I think number one, both from a platform perspective and an M2M perspective and a technology perspective and a business perspective, we've got to align those two things. Not only is changing the culture important, adopting technology is important. I like to talk about the fact we're in a connected age. We are always on, we're always connected. Information is growing at a rapid pace. You got big data, cloud computing. You have better business analytics than ever. Watson wasn't just a gimmick. They're putting some real heavy investments into business intelligence. So we're going to see a smart supply network where we're going to have data on the movement of goods in real time from end to end. And we've got to have all of the technological connections to be able to analyze that data, ensure the most cost-effective flow of goods from the farm to your table and then back to the earth again.
So if you're involved in supply chain or logistics, I'm hoping that you guys are listening, because we want you to come join us at our M2M event. So Richard, thank you, and of course, buy the book.
Yeah, thanks, Carl.
I'll tell you what, I'll embed the cost.
Thank you.